can you, as an individual, as a single person, as one lone wolf player, what can you do to help keep Airsoft alive during the apocalypse, during the global economic shutdown of Airsoft? What can I do? I just want to shoot kids with toy guns. How do I keep that alive? Spend money. All right, thanks for stopping. Make sure you hit, like and subscribe. But that's essentially what you can do. Now, I'm not saying spend a lot of money, but be conscious about where you're spending that money. And this is really, this isn't anything new. If you look at business and if you track money, this is just a re-emphasizing of, hey, make sure you shop locally before regionally, essentially. Airsoft is a specialty product. You can't just sell those products anywhere because that's not where the market is. It's like it's like a fly fishing shop, right? It's like any other specialty store. You have to go local to keep that business and that community alive. Some of the things I'm seeing fields do that I like is you can prepay for X amount of admissions back at like a 10 or 15% discount. Cool. Yeah, you're probably not going to be able to play at that field for X amount of weeks again, but that money right now is going to go help that field stay alive so you can go play at that field again. Does that make sense? That should make sense. That's how money works. I don't want to spend money now because I'm not going to go play now. Cool. Then in the future, because you thought short term instead of long term, that field's going to shut down. You're going to spend that money anyway. Let's say the field fee is 20 bucks. And I know I play at that field every Saturday, almost without fail. But for sure I go at least once a weekend. And that field fee is $20. I can prepay for 4 if I have the money. That's the real issue. If you have the money to spend, go ahead and do that now. If it's convenient to your current budget. Getting back to the point. $20. If a field says, hey, you can prepay for 4 entries right now, and it's only going to be 50 bucks or 60 bucks. Well, cool. I already knew I was going to spend that money in the future anyway. I'm just spending all of it right now to help the field stay alive. And I'm saving money in the long run because they're giving me 10 or 15% savings on money I knew I was going to spend anyway. Really, it just comes down to, are you willing to spend all that money at once right now to keep that field alive? So if you have the ability to prepay for stuff, yeah, you absolutely should. I've done it. I've done it with all Patriot Airsoft. I have prepaid for an entry. I don't plan on going to that field for a number of weeks until everything goes back to normal. I'm not going back to that field. Could be weeks. Don't know. But I want to prepay for it now because I know they can use that money right now. So it's just short-term versus long-term investment. What do you want to do? Let's look at retail world.
Oh, I can buy this gun off e-bike for $300, but this store, they're greedy. They want $310, so I'm going to save $10.
Okay, first of all, people that make that argument are stupid because they're not factoring in shipping. They're also not factoring in that e-bike buys products by the truckloads. e-bike is the biggest, listen to me, the biggest retailer of airsoft products around. They have exclusive rights with Crytek, unless they've changed it. The last word I got was if you bought a Crytek, it went through e-bike stores first, and then retailers had to buy them from e-bike and then sell them back. So don't think that you're shopping locally by buying online through e-bike. Now, if that's your actual local store, if you live in Alhambra, yeah, go for it. But if you live in, say, Texas or Northern California or New Jersey or Georgia, you need to be buying from your local shops because that business is what's going to keep them alive. So you're funding your community because when you buy directly from e-bike, that's money that does not go back into your community, which a lot of people want to talk about. Oh, they don't care about the airsoft community. Hey, if you're not spending money in the local community, you don't care about that community either. Also, usually, if you buy from, let's say, Bob's Airsoft Shop, right? There's a good chance that Bob gets his inventory from e-bike anyway, or at least a fair amount. Almost every retailer, almost, not all, almost every retailer also sells to other retailers. They're distributors for retailers. They're like big vendors. For instance, I have an e-bike wholesale account. I said there's tons of videos. If I wanted to, I could start an airsoft retail shop right now because I have an e-bike seller's account. So my inventory would just basically be stuff that I bought at cost from e-bike. Some shops do go through wholesalers as well. So like you can buy, if I'm a shop, I can buy direct from KWA, and I usually get like a 10% discount versus if I get it from e-bike. As a retailer, I have several options on how I want to stock my shelves. If they don't have it, I can go to these guys, I can go to these guys, I can go to these guys. I have I have options. But what it comes down to is where you, the customer, spend your dollars. And if you're spending it outside of your local area, you are one of the reasons that the airsoft community is going to die. Caveat to a lot of this, I'll throw out an extended olive branch. There is an argument to be made that says, hey, e-bike sells this for, let's say $300, but my local shop sells it for $400. I don't understand, like, why is there such a huge price? And if you shop around on other, I went to Gateway, I went to Amazon, I went to AEX online, and all of them sell it around the $300, $310 mark. Why does my local field sell it at way higher of a price? You need to initiate a dialogue with that shop and go, hey, I've price matched this from your competitors. I want to know why you're charging this much money. It could be because of shipping. So if you look at some of the other local retailers in your area and they have a similar price, it probably has something to do with the fact that the shipping of those products to your local area is way more expensive. That's going to be a decision on you. You're going to have to initiate these conversations with your field. But the foundation of airsoft in your area comes from you as an individual spending your money inside that community. Otherwise, it's going to go away.
Caber, who the f*** are you, nerd?